Liverpool FC updates directly to your inbox. Plus subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Could not subscribe? Try again later. Invalid email. Liverpool returned to training today, buoyed by a massive statement from the club's American ownership that they are willing to spend the big bucks to return to Europe's elite. The $75 million shelled out for Virgil van Dijk to move from Southampton brings more than a much-needed top-level centre-half into the Reds' ranks. It was a move that the player was desperate to make and manager Jurgen Klopp wanted to happen, even if the German was intent on playing down the significance of the record price tag. Quality. That's why we got him. That's why we were interested in him, Klopp told Sky Sports. I can imagine people think, wow, what a number it is. But for me it is not really interesting. We don't make the prices. The market is making the prices. The first thing all Liverpool supporters should forget is the price tag. Quote, but the fans can't be expected to ignore that. Van Dijk will officially be an Anfield player on January 1st when he becomes the world's most expensive defender. And as the Liverpool Echo's James Pearce writes below, this is the sort of deal that tells the KOP faithful that success on the pitch is a top priority for the bean counters. Image. Liverpool FC. 7 years ago, John W. Henry emerged from the London offices of law firm Slaughter and May and declared, we're here to win and we'll do whatever is necessary. Since Fenway Sports Group completed their $300 million takeover of Liverpool in October 2010, there have been plenty of occasions when supporters have doubted the sincerity of those words. The American owners have done plenty right, transforming Anfield with the impressive new main stand, appointing a world-class manager in Jurgen Klopp, renaming the Centenary Stand in honor of KOP icon Kenny Dalglish, and committing to building a new state-of-the-art first-team training facility in Kirkby. However, on-field success has eluded the Reds. There have been a number of agonizing near misses along the way, but just one League Cup triumph in 2012 has left FSG open to accusations they care more about balance sheets than glory. Image. Liverpool FC. Image. Liverpool FC. Committing to the record-breaking 75 meters purchase of Virgil van Dijk blows that out of the water. It's the show of ambition Kopits have longed for. Despite Pep Guardiola's claims to the contrary, Premier League leaders Manchester City were desperate to sign the Dutchman. But the Reds' willingness to meet Southampton's demands, coupled with the defender's burning desire to play for Klopp, got the deal done. It was FSG president Mike Gordon who pulled the plug on Liverpool's pursuit of Van Dijk last summer, when they stood accused of tapping him up. And it was Gordon who helped to repair the relationship with Saints chairman Ralph Krueger in recent months, paving the way for Klopp to belatedly get his man. Image. Liverpool FC. In truth, a lack of money for transfers hasn't been the main issue during FSG's tenure. The problem has been not spending it wisely enough. During Brendan Rodgers' reign, the likes of Henrik Mkhitaryan, Jan, Diego Costa, Willian, Yevhen Konoplyanka and Alexis Sanchez all slipped through the net. Far too often, Liverpool weren't decisive enough and ended up having to settle for second best. Cash was frittered away on the likes of Fabio Borini, Iago Aspas, Lazar Markovic and Mario Balotelli. The club's much-maligned transfer committee was a hot topic of debate. Rodgers felt that certain signings were foisted on him. For example, he wanted Ryan Bertrand and Ashley Williams but got Alberto Moreno and Mamadou Sakho. Image. Liverpool FC. Under Klopp, there is no uncertainty about who is calling the shots. FSG grew to doubt Rodgers' judgment, but their belief in the German coach is unwavering, and they have shown that by getting the checkbook out. One of the most telling changes is that the owner's policy of only targeting untapped potential rather than proven talent has been relaxed. Of course youth development remains crucial, but FSG have accepted that you can't keep on building for tomorrow. You also have to address the here and now. Image: Liverpool FC. And they have certainly done that with the financial backing they have given Klopp this year. On 4 occasions they have committed to deals which either equaled or exceeded the previous club transfer record fee of £35 million paid for Andy Carroll, which had stood since 2011. Klopp identified 3 top targets at the end of last season: Mohamed Salah, Naby Keita and Van Dijk. He wanted a winger to ease the burden on Sadio Mane, a dynamic center midfielder and a dominant center-back. Now they have all been delivered by the owners. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was also on Klopp's radar back in May but wasn't viewed as a priority. Liverpool always knew that one was likely to go down to the wire as Arsenal battled to convince him to stay. Image: Liverpool FC. Salah, the Reds' 21-goal top scorer, has exceeded all expectations and his value has arguably trebled already since his 36.9 meters move from Roma in June. Prizing Keita away from RB Leipzig wasn't easy, with the Bundesliga outfit so reluctant to sell. But Klopp was happy to wait for the Guinea international, with Red sporting director Michael Edwards negotiating a deal worth around £55 million, which will kick in next July. Now FSG have gone even further by giving the green light to the 75 meters capture of Van Dijk. This is why Klopp decided not to pursue a plan B back in August. His patience has paid off. Questions will be asked about the eye-watering size of the fee, which makes the former Celtic man the most expensive defender in world football. Image: AFP. It represents a leap of faith considering that Van Dijk hasn't been at his best since an ankle injury ruled him out of the second half of last season. But there have been mitigating circumstances for that dip in form, with all the uncertainty over his future and Saints struggling so badly. The fact is there's a dearth of top-class centre-backs, and Klopp believes he's exactly what Liverpool are missing. Time will tell whether Van Dijk is worth it, but most Kopits are just buzzing at the sight of the Reds addressing an area of glaring weakness in the squad with such a statement signing. Yes, money talks, but there's no doubt that Liverpool's pulling power is so much greater now with a manager of Klopp's caliber in charge. If you include Keita, the Van Dijk deal takes the club's transfer outlay under FSG past the 700 meters mark. They have recouped around 400 meters from sales. Cynics will ask whether in buying Van Dijk the Reds are already reinvesting the proceeds of the expected departure of Philippe Coutinho. There have been no public guarantees from either Klopp or FSG that the Brazil international will still be at Anfield come February. Image: Liverpool FC. Barcelona remain as determined to sign Coutinho as they were last summer when Liverpool rejected 3 bids, the highest worth 118 meters with add-ons but only 82 meters guaranteed. But Liverpool would be crazy to sell Coutinho in the winter window, regardless of what riches are on the table. For a start, his exit would severely dent the feel-good factor generated by Van Dijk's arrival and risk derailing a season of great promise. With the Reds in the last 16 of the Champions League and locked in a real battle for a top 4 finish in the Premier League, there's too much at stake to grant Coutinho his dream move to the Camp Nou. Video loading. Video unavailable. Click to play. Tap to play. The video will start in 8. Cancel play now. And anyway, if Coutinho maintains his blistering form, then his value is only going to increase ahead of the World Cup in Russia. Fans will be hoping that the ambition Liverpool are showing under Klopp might still lead to the little magician re-evaluating his career plans. But if he can't be convinced to stick around past next May, then the Reds must ensure he leaves on their terms. After all the brickbats, FSG deserve credit for how they have backed Klopp to the hilt. Agreeing to pay 75 meters for Van Dijk proves they're here to win.